So welcome back to Williams Season 3, and we're moving on to round 15 of so far a very successful season for our Williams team. We currently sit third in the leaderboard, 349 points, trying to hunt down that Red Bull and Ferrari. We've got Stroll right in the mix against Max Verstappen as well, after he didn't finish at our previous race in Zandvoort. So we are well prepped and we should have a different race. So we've got our bad parts on at the moment, but as you can see, high speed third and top speed sixth. So we should have a pretty strong chance here of trying to do some damage to the front runners, and hopefully we can get ahead. So we're just checking a few parts, make sure there's nothing else. We can go up on the high speed, but no, we will leave it as it is. So let's just take our race objectives, and we've definitely got to be getting both cars into Q3. Now, being the third fastest on the grid, we're going to get both drivers, I think, in the top 5 we are going to go for. We are confident. We're going to attempt a fastest lap as well, and our finishing streak is on the board as well. What can we do here in Italy? Maybe we should start seeing some penalties from the field as well soon as they go through the parts. Let's get back for so we have an ATA qualifying session here in Monza, and that means it is hards in Q1, mediums in Q2, and then we finish off with softs in Q3. So we're going to attempt then to get through on the smallest amount sets of tyres. Both Aston Martins are probably going to absolutely hold us up through that first sector. As we cross the line, we'll await to see what that time is. It's a 1:20.1 with a thousandth of a tenth behind Lance Stroll, but only 6 tenths ahead of Zhou Guan Yu, so that's very interesting, maybe not good enough. So, end of Q1, and we are 6th and 7th. We haven't got out a gain, and you're going to notice something very nicely in a moment, and that is the amount of grid penalties. Alonso takes a grid penalty, Russell does too, Max Verstappen as well in P5. We've got Albon in the other Aston Martin take a penalty too. Now, we haven't been developing as much lately the car for this year, or continuation through the year, and we've been focusing on next year. Now, maybe when you're in a championship fight, that is what you don't want to do, so we probably do need to start getting back to the drawing board and starting to basically build some parts so that we can maybe win this championship. And that's going to be what we have to decide. Perez and Alonso, maybe we're just going to catch traffic again, but I think they both got out the way okay, and we'll see what sort of lap time. It's a 1:19.7, and Porsche does, wow, that is very, very slow from Porsche. We're going to go again in this session because Porsche is really in danger. We've got people coming out of the pits again. Porsche is going to get blocked, I think. He has improved his time though, and Porsche, he's only up to 9th. How many times can we keep going until he's eventually out? Surely he's potentially out though. Perez is going to improve, Alonso and Sainz, you'd imagine. So we're going again, and the only reason we're going again is to give Porsche a tow. But as you can see, he's right up the backside of Stroll, which, because of letting cars pass, look, what's the point of this? Surely they can design a better game than this, where they actually give the cars apart. I mean, Porsche is improving, which is quite mad to think. But let's see if he does improve, because he's P9 at the moment. He's getting the best slipstream he will ever get. He does improve. Gasly is out, Sainz is out, Magnussen's out. Means we can go out if Giovinazzi improves, which he is not going to. Perez is out in P11. We do make it. I mean, we're well off the pace though. I mean, we are going to move up 2 positions if it stays like that, but I feel like we need to create some parts. This is not looking good. This is not looking good in our fight for the championship. Hopefully our usage of parts maybe does save us. So first lap we will fly through, and then we'll be back to do the main lap on board. We are not going to get... oh, we're probably going to get traffic, aren't we? But maybe not. Let's have a look. It is a 1:19.7. I think we did that on the mediums anyway. It's Stroll who got held up. 4 tenths down is Stroll. We're going to go early in our runs. We're going to hope that we don't get any traffic. And that is the hope. Russell's just coming out now. So we've sent Porsche ahead of Stroll. We need Stroll to get a nice slipstream. And we've got people coming out of the pits, but I don't think they're going to be in our way. There's the Red Bull. Oh my God, is that a car in the way? Oh my God, why do we get so unlucky with traffic all the time? Hopefully that doesn't cost us. Porsche, new softs on the wagon. does improve. 27.7, 27.7. We are improving here on our final run. It hasn't cost us. We've got a Ferrari ahead of us that I think is going slower. And can we not get in the way? We're going to get a lovely slipstream. Is Stroll going to get... No, he's not. Stroll goes purple. 26.3. And now he's going to get a tow from Porsche all the way down that straight. A distant tow as we go through the final corner. What will Porsche do? Porsche goes third. Stroll into P4. He has improved. And that is not bad at all. I will take that. Norris with pace of the season. Look at that. He is absolutely flying. In P1, that would be a shock. But let's see. Can we stay P3? Leclerc only 9th. Leclerc only 9th in Q3. Russell now takes pole. And here come the rest of the cavalry. We move down to P5, P6. I'm definitely going to have to improve parts. We're going to move up 2 spots though. George Russell and Albon. So what can we do here in the race? Can we sneak victory? Potentially. I mean, Ferrari have got a bit of a penalty. Come on, game. Sort yourself out. We've got a great chance. A great chance. But here we go. It is McLaren, Mercedes, holding out the front row for the first time in a very long time. But battle assist goes on. Can we get a good start? And Porsche has got a good start. He's already up to P2. Can he get P1 into the first corner? McLaren on the inside should get a good exit against the McLaren as I get an itchy eye in the worst possible timing. Norris is bang there. Norris on the hards. Hamilton on the mediums. Ocon on the hards. We've got mediums, hards. So obviously rain coming in quite a few laps time. Maybe a lap 30. So we've just got to keep pushing for now. Let's take a look when that comes in. We're going to be going Inters around lap 26. Which is going to be a very interesting time. But Porsche all over the back of Lewis Hamilton, as you would expect, as we're only on lap 1. And he's just got to keep it close here, especially when DRS enables. Stroll will want to get past the hard tyres, double McLarens, because that is going to be one of the best paces and good pace. But these hards will come back to this race at some point. And we've just got to keep this within a second. I'm going to top up. I'm going to take battle assist off now, just to really just earn some power unit, ERS, and then absolutely push. DRS will keep us, and the slipstream will keep us in at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that gap that just moves out to 3/10 for the Mercedes, but we will be quicker through here. Oh yeah, good exit is what we get. Still pushing tyres and fuel, same with both cars as we come round the last corner. And now we do look to attack. No DRS, it will now be enabled, so we'll get it next time round down this straight. And everything is still pretty close at the moment. McLaren's pushing hard, we're pushing hard, and then we will see DRS open later this lap. But good news is the ERS is stored nicely, and Stroll's only a couple of attempts back now off that McLaren, who will get a slower acceleration due to traction. And already, look, trying to get past. And here comes Porsche. Porsche already through. We don't have to look after the tyres too much or the fuel, based on the fact that it is going to be raining later on in this race. But there's only 3 attempts. Expect Hamilton to come through. Can we get also Stroll through? Here comes Hamilton. He moves to the right hand side. Is he going to be later on the braking than Porsche? Oh, he's going to get good exit. It's not as good as what we get though. We are now just going to conserve down. We are going to look after it as Stroll has moved up to P4. We did miss that one, but it was DRS down the straight, and we'll top up again. Expect Hamilton to come back past. That is no shock if he does. Hopefully he will let him past, and we'll gain it back down the straight. So there we go. He's through, and then now, hopefully he doesn't overtake. Stroll's bang there as well, actually. So this is all quite congested on lap 4. Here comes DRS for Porsche again. He moves to the right hand side. And this is going to be chopping and changing quite a lot. But Hamilton sticks it out there. We are going to get not bad of an exit. Let's go on to above, side by side. Can we stay ahead? At the minute, yes we can. But his DRS is going to come back very quickly for Lewis Hamilton. This is going to keep changing on lap number 5. So I'm not sure what happened. But somehow Norris has got both of us. And I don't understand that. And Max Verstappen's crashed again? No. He's in an absolute chaos of cars. Does he go too deep? Oh, he just takes a tag. And our championship rival does drop down to the back of the field. 2.1 seconds adrift, but somehow we have dropped back to P3 and P4. And they are pushing now, so we're going to have to just push as well, because they are pushing tyres more than we are. We don't want to get out of DRS, especially with Leclerc in P5, so we are just going to try and close that gap up as much as we can. But now it's already at 5 tenths, we can cut it back down, and that has pulled us nicely back into DRS. It is all chop and changing in this race. Hamilton P3 now, Porsche, that's because he's moved up to P2, and he's now going to be looking at a potential move past Lando Norris, but everyone is so close together. As you can see, Norris has really positioned that car well. Will we get better traction out of the corner? And the answer is no. But we've still got to look after these tyres, because we definitely need to go to lap 25, lap 26 as Stroll gets past Lewis Hamilton. And look at the cars, it's like a sprint race. Oh, he goes through Hamilton. Deep through. I bet that didn't feel good for Hamilton, that's for sure. Porsche P2, Stroll P3. Norris starting to push again, and you can see we're not too bad on the mediums, but it's 7 tenths now. We are just conserving on ERS, but that will close. We don't want Stroll to fight. We don't want to lose time here. Leclerc, Hamilton's dropped down to P5. It's Leclerc up to P4, and we're going to gain all the time. But we do just need to keep it below that second. So we have put in a little bit of a stint. We did do the fastest lap of the race, which was good. And because we are so losing out to McLaren, but I tell you what, a bit of pace from the mediums. We are back ahead into P1. We have drained everything to close that gap. And as you can see, it was Leclerc who's dropped 1.4. Now Norris coming back at us. Maybe we just get DRS here, I think Norris as well. Or will we get it? It is us. No, it is Norris that gets it. We've got Stroll on do not attack. Can we keep ahead? We can. But Hamilton's back ahead of Leclerc. Hamilton and Leclerc fighting each other strongly at the moment. We've just got to... We don't want to pit early, of course. We want to go straight on to the inters. These two really going at each other. We'd love Hamilton to stay ahead. But Leclerc has got the inside line. And Hamilton does get DRS as well. Porsche now, trying to take the lead on the inside of the McLaren. Look at the McLaren's acceleration. Really strong round here. But we are still P2, P3. Just trying to manage. We don't want to push too much. As we move to the right-hand side, we go on board with Stroll to watch this happen. Norris dives later on the brakes. Can Porsche take the lead? And at the minute, yes, he can. Just ahead. 400ths of a tenth. We'll go on board with Stroll, keep him on there. And now Porsche does get ahead, but look at Stroll, ready and waiting. He does have the fastest lap. Verstappen is detached massively at the back of the grid, and we're going to close up again. Russell's closing up as well, and Russell's doing the fastest lap of the race here. He might take our fastest lap out of the equation, because he's gone green and purple as he pushes. And I think Russell is about to take fastest lap. He does! Damn it! As Norris comes back past. Can Porsche... And it looks like wet weather is coming, they say. And Norris does get good exit on them hard tyres. So just struggling around a little bit here. I don't want to pit just yet, though. What do we got? Lap 21, the rain starts to come in. So I definitely don't want to push. It is getting darker out there. But we have got to just keep... in, and look at that, closing all the time on the McLaren of Lando Norris, leading this, and the rain is starting. Russell has got us. Stroll struggling a little bit. We're not going to push him too much. We need to just, I mean, there's a lot of cars locking up. Leclerc has locked up, and that's sent his tyres only down to 39%. That's massive lock up. We've just seen Alonso lock up as well, who is down there in P15. So we don't need to do anything stupid here. We need to let this rain just gradually increase. We need to keep the mediums going. But when do we pit? I mean, it's going to stay dry for a while. I mean, maybe the hard tyres were the best tyre to go on. We need to stretch this out. Russell has got P2, and he's also got P1 flying along. What is Russell on? Russell's on the hard, so it's definitely the hards were potentially the right choice to go longer into this race. We're only lapping 2 tenths slower, but you can see our tyres are on the 40s. I mean, the hard tyres are at 60s. They are going to be a lot better than us. And you can see Stroll just out of a second. Ocon coming at him now. Porsche is just keeping the gap to 7 tenths. And it's fair to say we are really struggling now with these tyres. It is raining 0.3 of a millimetre. Luckily, Ocon is not going to make a move. We're trying to drag them out. We're only on 36%. And we've got a yellow flag. There has been a crash. We could have done with a safety car, if I'm honest. Let's see who has crashed. It is Lewis Hamilton. What's happened here? Turn 2, squeezed. Oh, just caught on the edge. So we've got to hang this out. We've got no other way of doing this because that rain is not enough at the moment. 0.3, and we look at that. Albon gets a penalty. Porsche is really dropping back now. I mean, we could go aggressive and try and keep it, but 0.3, and Ocon now gets Stroll. This is tough. We've got damp in 11 minutes time. We aren't going to have the tyres to do it. We're not going to have tyres to get to Inters. So we are really struggling here. Absolutely struggling. We're going to have to get Inters now. We've got no choice with the matter. We've just got to go for it and deploy. Stroll is going to have to do another lap. He's going to get DRS luckily down the straight. Russell and Norris now pit. We go round because we don't want a double stack. So this has been really difficult. We are just a few laps out. And everyone now starting to pit. So double stacks potentially. 3.5. Where's Russell just coming out? Norris is just coming out as well. Porsche is in a bit of clean air, which is nice. Stroll has got it all to do though. Looking at the gap to the leader. I mean 16 seconds. We just keep pushing. It's not really wet enough yet. That's why we're seeing it. And he's still lapping okay as well. 16.5. So Stroll will come into the pits. Needs a good stop. Potentially going to come out ahead of Porsche. And Porsche is flying at the moment as well. So we're going to top up. We're going to just go on to aggressive. Stroll's in. Oh, it's a slower stop. Oh, not 5.4. We lose out to Ocon as well. Bad. Bad. And Porsche is not going to get either. I mean, this is going from bad to worse here. Can we just accelerate through with Stroll? We've got Stroll on Don't Fight teammate at the minute as we focus on Porsche. We can just cut down while we try and get past. I mean, I'd still take a podium in this race. We are well off the lead though. 10 seconds because we had to go longer. DRS is still enabled as we are almost cut up by Ocon. And now we're going to deploy down the straight. DRS is about to be eliminated though, disabled, because we're about to hit 1 mil. That usually means the track goes to damp. Can we get a move before DRS kicks out? Here it comes. It's going to change. We're going to go to the outside. We're going to get decent traction, and now the track changes to damp. That means no more DRS, and we can just go aggressive as there's a yellow flag, but that quickly ends. But we're P3 and P4 at the moment. Stay on aggressive. We've both got Ocon. And now we just need to cruise. Hopefully. 8.9 seconds is the gap as there's another yellow flag. People going off left, right and centre. Lap 41. Not much else has happened in this race because, I mean, we obviously lost a lot of time when we had to pit on the mediums. If we went hard, we would have been a lot better, but obviously we couldn't. It's 10.8 seconds to Norris, and we've dropped. I mean, these two are pulling each other along at the moment. Stroll potentially having the stronger car. And what might we just do is let Stroll come past here if we can, because Stroll looks a lot quicker, and we're going to do it in a lovely place as well where we don't lose too much time. And they swap around. Maybe we lost about 5 tenths to Ocon. And tyres wise, you can see we've used a little bit more than what those are around us. We're going aggressive because we've only got 11 laps. We've got 11 seconds over the gap, so we're potentially just going to take another podium. The good news is Ferrari of Leclerc is down in P6 and being hammered by Perez, and Verstappen is out of the back on his own, not doing anything. So that is exactly what we need. Now looking at tyres, it's still 1.3. We'll go to the view and it's going to stay that way to the end. There is going to be no changing of conditions as we move forward. 3 laps to go, and we just sent caution to the wind really with both drivers. We just attacked and used a bit of everything. You can see fuel we've used, tyres we've absolutely hammered as much as we can, and we're down to 64% compared to around us 74, 76 as another yellow flag came up, and it was Ricciardo running wide. Norris and Russell are battling each other, and you can see that on the last laps we were a second quicker. That's because we were pushing, so we just tried to bring it down a little bit, and you can see that gap is only now 5.8 seconds. So we've done our best to try and close the gap, but I am just pushing to the end now. We aren't going to catch. It's 5.8. We'll go aggressive. We'll just keep the fuel as it is, because we should be able to bring this home for a very solid P3 and P4. Maybe a little bit improvement needed for the rest of the season if we want to battle for this championship, because we need a few parts. Obviously heavy research has been fully focused on next year's car, because I kind of thought we were going to finish third in the championship, but now we're in the mix with Verstappen not taking any points and Lance Stroll taking third. We've definitely got to have a look. There's Norris. We're all good on fuel. We're not going to run out. Stroll and Leclerc's not going to get Albon. If he could get Leclerc, that would be huge for us. And looking at the tyres, they're about the same, so maybe a last lap attempt from Albon would be nice. But Stroll, Russell and Norris take it, and it was our strategy that really let us down, because it's just the rain didn't come in time. But third and fourth, it's another podium for Williams. We've got Albon still pushing against this Ferrari, and I don't think he's going to help us out. I don't think he's going to get the move done as we go into the final corner, and the exit off it is not going to be quick enough. Albon 7th, but the main thing is Perez only 9th, Verstappen last, and that is a fight till the end of this season. P3, P4, just our strategy. The hard tyres onto Inters worked a lot better than we needed, but Lance Stroll up 15-point gain. He is now 18 points behind Max Verstappen in the championship. 5 wins, 1 sprint. 5 wins, 2 sprints for Max Verstappen. In the constructors, it's getting juicy. 2 points for Red Bull, 34 for Ferrari, and 27 for Williams, bringing us 25 points closer to Williams. It is well and truly on. Just the one bad stop for Stroll, but didn't cost him in the end, as he finished P3. And we definitely need to upgrade if we can a little bit. We didn't get the fastest lap, so we do lose out there. But it's not the end of the world. VO4 share moves up. We've got Singapore next, which could be interesting. We've got an ATR period coming up as we set up for next year. But we definitely need to look at improving the car for round 16, which is still, I mean, let's have a look how far it is away. 11 days for Singapore, and then we've got 18, and then Qatar is where you probably want to target a bit of improvement. But join us next time for round 16 at Singapore.